Hi, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a thrift haul. I have so many good thrift finds I'm excited to share with you, and I kind of want to give some tips and tricks for thrifting as we go. I'm a huge thrift fan, and everything you're about to see was an amazing deal. I will share the prices as we go through it. Alright, one thing I love to get at the thrift store is wrapping supplies, especially something like this. I don't know if you can see this Christmas ribbon. It looks really vintage. Has this like really old-timey font on it, and I love finding old gift wrapping and supplies. This was 99 cents, and I buy almost everything on the half off day. So I don't know about your thrift store, but my thrift store picks a different color to be half off each day, and I try to only shop that color. So most of these items we can say with confidence were half off, but I'll try to let you know anything that wasn't. But that means this was 50 cents for all these rolls of ribbon, two of which are really cute and like vintagey. Who knows how old. I also picked up this vase. Ooh, it has some coasters in it. I thought this was really beautiful. It kind of made me think of Art Deco with this little fan motif on it. Really pretty pink glass. I don't think it's vintage or anything, you know, too special. It says made in China. But I just thought it was really pretty and a really good size vase. So my favorite thing, hands down, to thrift are home goods, homewares. I mean, something like this at Target would have been like 20 bucks. So I was thrilled to find this. It was $1.99 full price, half off, $1. Beautiful glass vase. So really happy with that. Another thing that's great to thrift are board games, if they're in good condition. I get a little bit sketched out, especially in these modern times, by like really germy, really used looking board games. But sometimes you can find them like brand new in the box. And this was an especially amazing find because this is my husband and I's like favorite board game of all time, and it kind of went unnoticed. I don't know, I feel like most people haven't heard of it, but it's by the makers of Cranium, and it's called Hoopla. And it's a really fun, creative game where everybody's on the same team and you're all trying to beat the clock. And I'm not a competitive person. I like it when everybody's getting along. So I love games where everybody's on the same team and you're all working together. So this one's really fun. It has a lot of creative elements like word games and drawing and stuff like that. But they only seemed to make this for a couple years and then it disappeared. So I had my set that I've had since I was like in college, and Nate found this at the thrift store and he was so excited because it's like brand new, unopened, and it's our favorite game. So I don't know if we'll gift it or keep it for when our set inevitably dies, but always good to take a tour through the game section and see what is actually in good condition and maybe find like some family favorite games that way. I also picked up these mugs. These are just plastic mugs, nothing special. They're actually not in good shape. They're like stained. So I normally wouldn't go for these, but we are going camping and I thought plastic mugs would really come in handy on that trip. They're pink, so of course I like that. And they were marked as 99 cents. Half off day meant they were 50 cents. And then a little thing I like to do at the thrift store is just like have a conversation with the salespeople about any like flaws or damage in the item. And they're usually like more than happy to discount it for you because they realize, you know, it's not gonna sell per se. So I mentioned the stains and they were like, yeah, no problem. They did it for another half off. So I get these 2 mugs for 25 cents. So you cannot beat a deal like that, even if it's just something, you know, simple like a camping supply. I also got these little popcorn buckets. I have seen these at the thrift or at the dollar store, so I know they're usually $1 a piece, and they were 99 cents, half off, 50 cents, a quarter a piece. And I just feel better about like keeping them out of the landfill, basically, like paying a quarter a piece instead of $1 a piece. Obviously I can wash and sanitize these and they'll be as good as new as they were from the dollar store. All right, another thing I absolutely love to thrift is holiday decor. It doesn't matter what time of year it is, I always like make a beeline for the Christmas section, the fall, Halloween section. I think all year round it's great to be picking up little things that you find, and then when Christmas time rolls around or whatever, you already have like a nice little arsenal of very affordable decor, because at Christmas time they mark it up and like everybody's trying to get it, etc. So first off, I had these adorable coasters. I think kind of like a Norman Rockwell type of painting of Santa sneaking a Coke. I just thought that was so cute. But they like duct tape or packaging taped them all together. And so that's gonna damage the top coaster. Like the picture's gonna come off. So again, like I hope I'm not seeming super cheap here. I'm just, you know, trying to get the best value. And so I did mention it to like the clerk, and she was like, yeah, good point. I thought maybe she would knock it down to half off because it was $1.99, but it wasn't half off day. And she was like, yeah, we'll just charge her 50 cents for this. So I thought that was really nice. You know, it kind of is a win-win because they got to get the product off of their shelves. And see, it's like peeling the top one is kind of ruined, sadly. So I thought that was nice that they understood my plight. And then lucky for me, underneath, there's a lot more of the same coaster. And just like cute little old-timey Santa. I love a good Santa with a nice pink face. He's so cute. So I was really happy with this little set of coasters for 50 cents, even if the top one is damaged. There's still 6 coasters here. So, hey, cute Christmas decor. I like it. I also got this adorable, kitschy little piece of Christmas decor. This looks homemade to me, I think. I don't know, it looks kind of vintage too. I love any kind of old-timey Christmas, like the cheesier the better. I just love it. So I thought these little snowmen were so cute and they had to come home with me. And this was 50 cents and it's like a nice sized double trivet. So I can put this out on the table for holiday meals or something like that. And I think it's gonna be machine washable, really easy to sanitize. I also got all of this pink Christmas garland. There are 3 strands of it here. And it was sold for 99 cents, half off, 50 cents. It says it was originally from Kmart for $6. So I was pretty happy to get these $6 garlands, which honestly, $6 is already a pretty good price, but for 50 cents each. And I love having anything to do with like foil or tinsel in my Christmas decor, again, with just like my love for all things like kitschy and vintagey. And I like to make wreaths out of this style of garland. Super easy, like wrap it around the foam, like wreath form, and it's so cute. And then you can like put ornaments or whatever you want. So since pink is my jam, I just thought this was like a perfect find to add to my pink Christmas decor because I love a pink Christmas. And then I think this is the last holiday thing, but I couldn't pass up these little glasses. I thought they'd be really fun for like a little Christmas cocktail. They were $1.99 each, marked down to $1 each, so pretty good deal. And it's not a full set, it's just like one for my husband and I, but I thought they'd be really pretty on the Christmas table. All right, last note on holiday decor. I love to get Christmas lights at the thrift store year-round because I always like to use twinkle lights in my house. Like I think they're so cozy and the ambiance is just so delicious to like snuggle up to some Christmas lights any time of year. And I have found the best deals on these at thrift stores. So this is a set of icicle lights. How much was this? $3.99, marked down to $2. And most of the time when I find lights at the store, they're like unopened. So this used to have 2 strands in it and only 1 strand is still in here, but it's been clearly never used. Like it's perfectly coiled. And all the thrift stores usually have an outlet where you can go test it. So I plugged it in the store and they all lit up beautifully. And that was a good deal. I think like a set like this on Amazon is like $18. So I was really happy to get 1 strand of lights for $2. And then I also found just plain old simple Christmas lights. And again, these look unused to me because they're still like perfectly coiled up. I tested them and they worked, and they were $2.99 marked down to $1.50 each. So really good deal. I literally had in my Amazon cart a strand like this with 100 lights on it for $10. So unless you're getting your lights like on a good sale at Christmas time or on a really good sale right after Christmas time, I always try to get them at the thrift store. When they're new like that, I feel like they still have a really good life in them, and you know, you can't beat the deal. Okay, another thing that is fantastic to get at thrift stores are kitchenwares. I got this waffle iron. It was $4.99, marked down to $2.50. It is in really good condition. I cleaned it really thoroughly, but it didn't have any like caked on batter or like anything too sketchy, and it works great. It's Bella brand. Like, I've already made the most beautiful, delicious waffles for us. And I'm so happy that, you know, we were keeping this thing out of the landfill and it was only $2.50. Like, you just really can't beat a deal like that. I also see coffee pots at the thrift store all the time for an amazing deal. Like $5 usually, you get it on half off day, $2.50. And it's just so worth it, as opposed to, I looked like the same day I was going to Target and I thought, if I don't find a waffle iron at the thrift store, I can get it at Target, and there was like $30 there. So very happy I didn't have to do that. Okay, out of all of the treasures that lie in wait at the thrift store, the thing that makes my heart go pitter patter the most is if I can find anything from the 50s or like early 60s. And it is so hard where I live in the LA area. There are so many like professional resellers, like the people that get to the estate sale at like 4 a.m. And before the estate sale even opens, all the Pyrex is gone. All the 1950s gems are gone. So I usually don't have any high hopes of finding any like truly vintage things at my thrift store. I'm mostly looking for a good deal. And then when I do find something vintage, it's just like a gift from the universe, the icing on the cake, and it makes me so happy. So all that to say, I absolutely adore this vintage coffee pot that I found there. I don't know if you can see, but it has this beautiful gold foiling. It's in really good condition. The brand is Corning, and I'm pretty sure this is from the early 60s. I'm not positive, but I always try to research what I find and kind of, you know, like carbon date it in history so I know what little piece of the past I found. And yeah, I think that this might be from the early 60s. I've seen this exact coffee pot on one of my favorite shows, which is Bewitched. And she always serves the coffee in this beautiful coffee pot on the table in the mornings. And I just think it's so, so cute. So I was really happy to find this, and it was priced at $2.99, half off $1.50. I've looked for coffee pots like this on eBay before, and they're like $50, $70, and then you have to pay for the shipping because it's so fragile. So I felt like I won the lottery when I found this beautiful carafe for $1.50. And the thing that I really wanted about it is that in Bewitched and like all those old shows, I love the Donna Reed show, I love Lucy, they always put coffee on the table when they're serving breakfast, and then the coffee is usually over like a tea light candle to keep it warm, which I just thought was like such a charming notion as opposed to nowadays where the coffee has to stay in the coffee pot on the burner to stay warm. So I was like, how cute. The only thing that could make this better is if it came with the little burner. Lo and behold, like as I was thinking that very thought, I turned around and looked at the shelf right next to me, and I manifested these warmers. These are obviously not vintage, but they are perfect for my goal, my dream of having a nice, cute, warm little pot of coffee on the table, because it's just a little metal burner with a little tea light. And this is a set of two, $4.99. This was not on half off day, so I did pay the whopping price of $2.50 per burner. But well worth it. I was so happy to find this, but not everything has been used. So anyway, this is perfect to have like on the table with the little burner lit and to keep my cute little coffee pot warm. The only way it could be better is if it was gold, so it matched my gold coffee pot, but it will work. Maybe next time I might manifest a gold burner, who knows. But I just thought that was really cool and a really good example of how you can find the right thing when you keep your eyes out for it. Because I was immediately gonna go look on Amazon and probably pay 20 bucks for a burner. So just keep in mind, anything that you would normally buy at like Amazon or Target or Walmart, I like to keep a list of those things and just check the thrift store first, like that waffle iron, stuff like that. You can save so much money in the grand scheme, especially on the sale days. Staying on topic with the actual vintage items I've been so grateful and lucky to find, I found this gorgeous plate, and I love these old-timey decorative plates. They're probably like, I don't think it's hand painted, but you know, like a quality of craftsmanship you don't necessarily find anymore, and it used to be like a tourism thing. I don't know how well you can see it, but this is California. And it just has a lot of local landmarks, Knott's Berry Farm, the farmer's market. It doesn't have Disneyland, which I find very surprising. Some of these landmarks don't exist out here anymore, like Marineland, I guess that's what SeaWorld used to be, and Lion Country Safari. I've never heard of that. Sounds interesting and probably not very humane. But it has like the mid-century building at the LAX airport. I just thought this was so cool and so beautiful. I love things like this that like my grandma might have had from a trip to California. I just think it's so special since I don't have a lot of actual things passed down through my family. You know, I can treasure some other grandma's plate and give it a good home. And I thought this would be really cute to have as a decorative piece since we live here. This is another thing I felt like I hit the lottery when I found it, and I know it's so silly. But Federal Glass used to make these really cute little syrup dispensers or sugar dispensers, and they specifically had the pink handle. Like the late 50s, early 60s, you see a lot of these, and they're like really high quality, heavy glass. So I have actually paid on eBay before, I think like $20 or $30 for the large size of this exact little pitcher. And then at the thrift store, just casually walking down the homewares aisle, like I said, my favorite part of the thrift store, I looked over and here's this guy for 99 cents, half off for 50 cents. So cool that I found this. So now I have like a bigger one and a smaller one, like a complete little set. And yeah, what a little treasure. I just wanted to mention, because somebody will probably mention in the comments, some old housewares do have lead in them. So proceed with caution if you're getting anything to actually use from the thrift store. You can test it and research it and do whatever you're comfortable with on that. All right, this is not vintage, but I did think it was a really cute I love these like retro illustrations with like a cheeky phrase on it. Make yourself at home, clean my kitchen. But it's just a little recipe box, brand new in the wrapper, and I thought how fun to have that out for recipes. Silly little, oh, how much was that? 99 cents, and blue was half off, so it was 50 cents for a brand new recipe box. And then little things like I was gonna get some clothespins on Amazon when I was placing my Amazon order, and I thought, let me double check, and sure enough, these were by the checkout at the thrift store for $1.50. I don't think they were marked down, but I was totally happy with that price considering I would have paid more anywhere else. Okay, I want to talk about some books that I've found. This basket is actually thrifted, but it's from an older thrift session. I'm trying to remember when I got that or how much it was. Probably like $3 or $5 or something, but I get so much use out of it. Always look at the baskets. There's usually some really nice condition baskets, and you know, I just spray them with Lysol when I get home. Make sure they're clean and sanitary, but really good deals on baskets. Oh, I should also mention that I got all of this over the course of about 3 trips to the thrift store. I usually try to go once a week because the stock is constantly changing, and I just like to kind of see what comes and goes and keep my eye on it. Like sometimes if I want something and it's not the half off day, I will come back, you know, on a different day when that tag color is half off, unless it's something like that I have to have right away like this. So yeah, I usually pop in like once a week and just kind of make it part of my normal rounds and just get in the habit of seeing what they have, because that's how I've had the best results with finding what I actually want and need. So 2 other things that I always check at the thrift store are the books and the records. For books, it's a little bit of a crapshoot, but I do really love vintage books as well. And the best vintage books you can find at the thrift store, the easiest to find, are cookbooks. So the books aren't usually well organized at all. And my trick is like I will just quickly scan down the row of books and look for anything that looks old. Like hardcover, kind of torn, maybe it's missing the dust jacket. That's like my visual cue to say, wait, what's that book? Because I love old books. Like my dream would be to find a vintage beauty book in the wild, and I've never found one that way. I've always gotten them on eBay. But cookbooks usually are a pretty good find. So here's one that's a casserole cookbook. It has that really good old book smell. First printing 1941. So I love vintage recipes. It's so interesting. It tastes like grandma's cooking because it is grandma's cooking. So I'll just share a couple more of those. These, full disclosure, I actually got at the library, had a book sale. that I highly recommend checking out. Library book sales are amazing. These are all, I think, just 25 cents a piece and such good deals. I've been wanting this Betty Crocker cookie book for so long. This is from the 60s, I believe. And just look at that cute kitschy cover. I just think that's so fun. I also got this one, Western Foods Cookbook. This one was copyright 1947, some truly vintage recipes in there. And then I got they had a couple volumes of this cute little series, The Food Treasury of Favorite Recipes from Famous Eating Places. And I absolutely love when vintage books have handwriting in them. So Dear Mary Millard from April 1953. Mary, I just want you to know I'm giving your books a very good home. Look how cute they are. Like, look at the little illustrations. So fun. This was from 1950. So fun to have this series. And then this is really cute because it's from like famous, like the Hotel Bel Air in Los Angeles. Or a restaurant at the Grand Canyon. And I think the idea was like, if you couldn't travel, you could just make these recipes from around the world. So I thought that was really cool to see some of the places with the recipes are still operating, and just really cute little books to have in the kitchen. And then by the same token, I said I like to look at records. I love listening to records. I mean, I know I'm not alone. It's like back in vogue, but I think it's so fun because it's like you have to pay attention to the music. If you just put on Spotify, it'll just play infinitely. But if you put on a record, like, it's gonna stop really soon and you're gonna have to get up and walk over there and flip it or put a new record on. So I just think it's a whole different music experience, not to mention the sound quality and the static. It's so cozy, I love it. But records are a real crapshoot to look through as well. They're usually not organized. It can take all day if you really want to look at every single record. So I usually kind of scan it again, just more for like the colors and the imagery, see what catches my eye. Like, you know, you can spot Elvis from across the thrift store. So I will definitely snag anything like that I see that's like an old artist I love. But I thought this was such a good jackpot. Look at this cute vintagey record. This is a Valentine's Day special brought to you by Avon. How adorable is that? I didn't know that Avon made Valentine's records. I just thought this was precious, and I like to put records out as part of my seasonal decor. So like Christmas records out at Christmas time, obviously, and I thought this would be so fun to put out during Valentine's Day. And it has some really classic hits on it. This was actually from 1980, so I was a little bit, oh, you know what? I think it was actually from 1986. The same year that I'm from, so very good year. Some of the music is really cheesy 80s music, but it does have Elvis Presley, Can't Help Falling in Love. I love that song, so romantic. Johnny Mathis, Chances Are, that's one of my favorite songs, probably of all time. I think it's so romantic, it's so cute. So yes, this record was a fantastic find, and at the thrift store where I got this, all records are 99 cents. Amazing deal. Always check and make sure they're in playable condition if you want to play them. I was really hoping this record would be pink, because I was like, come on Avon, splurge on the pink vinyl. They didn't, but it is pink in the middle on the label, so that's all that matters, and it has a really cute heart. I came home and I immediately put this on, and my husband immediately started slow dancing in the kitchen with me, and I was like, best 99 cents I ever spent. I was so thrilled that I found this. So I highly recommend you take a look at the record section, just see what pops out at you. Record players are pretty cheap. You can get them at the thrift store, but you can also get them new for pretty cheap too. All right, a couple more vintage housewares that I was really, really excited to find. I haven't been able to figure out exactly what year this is from. I'm thinking early 60s by the aesthetic. I don't know, maybe 70s. What do you guys think? It has this really cute basket weave, and then this beautiful daisies all on the lid. It has a little daisy handle. Like, how fun is that? It doesn't say anything about who makes this, but I did get it for $3. It was originally marked for $5.99, and I just thought this was so cute with the fact that the lid is intact and it's in really good shape. I don't know what this is for. Do you guys know what this is for? I think probably just like serving something at the table, like maybe mashed potatoes and like keeping the lid on it to keep it warm. I mean, it could be for anything, right? But it's not really quite the size of like a pie. So I'm kind of thinking it's just a covered casserole dish, but so cute. All right, I found this in the houseware section and I was like, score, this looks so adorable and grandma-y and I just love it. $3, great deal. And then I was walking around a totally different part of the thrift store. And lo and behold, what do I find? 2 more pieces from the same set. So I was like kind of beside myself, probably making a scene. I was so happy to find these because they were clearly from like the same person, probably donated all of this and took really good care of this little set. And it's just so cute. It has the daisies on the handle. Again, I'm not too sure what this is for, this like divided serving dish. Maybe chips? I don't know, dips? What do you guys think I should serve in these? But I was just so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I can have like this whole complete set. It's so cute. But then both of these pieces were marked $4. And I was like, it's kind of starting to add up. So I shared with I was telling her like, I was so excited I found these on the opposite side of the store. And she's like, oh, well that's clearly all of the set. So we'll just charge you the $4 for both of these pieces. And I was like, what? That's so nice. So I was really happy with this deal and just the fact that, you know, you can't really find things used to come in beautiful sets. And then usually over the years they've been like separated and broken. So I just thought this was like a little treasure to find this all together. And last but not least, actually another really good vintage find. Maybe you guys are good luck because I knew I was going to do a thrift haul. But I found this beautiful punch set with a giant bowl and all the cups and the ladle, all of the original pieces for $3. So that was amazing. Finding something in the box makes me so happy. I just picture like some really precious grandma who did such a good job over the years keeping it and like storing it and taking it down every Christmas probably to serve her little punch, and it just warms my heart. But when you do find something in the box at the thrift store, always, always, always open up the box and check it because I have like purchased something that was totally not what it said. It was like an electric can opener box, and then when you opened it up it had like some little dishes inside. It did not have a can opener in it. So always check it, plus you want to make sure it's not broken. So inside it has all the original crystal cups. They're all in great condition and, you know, in the original packaging, so they're really well stored. Super cute. The original crystal bowl, like this is heavy, is really high quality. And just so pretty. You know, they just don't like make things like this anymore. I got a punch bowl at Target last year and I could lift it up with like one finger. It's just so dinky. But this is like really high quality, really beautiful piece. And I thought that'd be so fun. Like maybe have a Christmas party and serve eggnog with the little cups hanging off the edge and everything. So yay for that. That was a really good find. I was looking up the brand Williamsport. I think it might be from the early mid-60s. I'm not totally sure. But just really happy with that deal. Really happy with all of these deals. And I hope this inspires you to go thrifting for some treasure of your own. Watching thrift hauls kind of makes me crazy because you can't just like click the link in the description and order anything that you like. You have to like go on an adventure and try to find some little pieces of magic for yourself. But I hope that this inspires you. I hope you find some amazing deals. I am wishing you all the best thrifting luck and something good that we can do for the world and for ourselves and for each other, right? So it's always nice from a sustainability standpoint, as well as just finding amazing deals and having fun thrifting. So that's what I wish for you guys. Let me know. I'm curious like what thrift finds you guys have had, or if anybody knows anything about any of these items, because you kind of have to be a little detective with what you find at the thrift store and trying to figure out what it really is, what it originally was, and how to use it. But yeah, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Hit subscribe and join us, and I will see you next time. Bye.